So now let's get started with the pairs one game. Once you click on this, and then remember this is one aspect of the general game context where you have to pick the game style. Is it solo? Is it playing with friends? Are you willing to play with a random player, or do you want to be part of a competition? So in this case, we're going to focus on the solo play. So the principle of the play solo game is really about let's get into it. And I think we already talked about the financial aspect, which is your account that you can top up. You have here your credentials. Here is the board that captures your moves. Down here you have some configuration and navigation buttons. So we start with a grid, and the grid contains symbols, which are made up of images and words, and corresponding words or names. So each image of an object in the grid corresponds exactly to one object name in the grid. So we have a maximum, we can flip a maximum of 2 grids at a time. So there's no time where we're going to have 3 total grids that are flipped, because once you flip 2 and you try to flip the next one, the oldest one you flip will go back to its initial position. So if the 2 current flipped images or squares match in terms of the symbol corresponding to the name, and then you get a point. If they don't, they will reset to their initial position. At least the last, the oldest one that you flip will reset to the position, and then you have to continue flipping until you find the matching. So the process continues until you get all the matches. So now let's focus a little bit more on the educational or pedagogical aspect of this game. First of all, we want to strengthen our ability to memorize and remember quickly. That's one of our goal with this game. But the second aspect of this game, which is very, very central to what we want to do, is to learn new languages in a fun way, because we will be implementing multiple local languages that are disappearing. So the idea here is to match symbols with their name in the corresponding local languages, and players will be able to pick the language of their choice. In this case, we can run a few tests, as you can see there. So I did flip the first 2 and they didn't match. Once I flipped the third, the first 2 reset back to what they were. But I know, because I memorized the image that was here, that Chocomuntu correspond to this first one. So I can flip that and I get the point over there. So I can continue, try that, go there, here. So I know that this Muntu here correspond to this image here. So by flipping there, I get there. So basically, this is the core of this game. And yeah, so now let's move on to other style, playing with friends, playing randomly, and as well as playing as a team.